Hello, everyone. Looks like we're live. I'm going to check and make sure, check my devices to make sure that we are indeed live. Please let me know in the comments if you can hear me and see me okay. So I have switched to a front-facing camera. We're going to start. Oh, I can hear audio on my other device. I need to mute that. And then Olus, he is behind the scenes. He's my tech support today. He's going to mute me on his device. So hello, everyone. Welcome. Super excited to have you joining me today. This is my first ever solo live on my YouTube channel. I have recently done a live video with like a live class with Pink Fresh Studio. And you know what? I got so much energy from that event. I tell my friends that I have this like energy battery and my battery level sort of depletes. And when I attend events like this, whether it is in person or virtual events, my battery level just like goes up and it recharges me. I'm gonna look at the comments real quick to see if we're doing okay. Okay, we can hear and see you perfectly. Hi, Yana. Everything's great. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing so many familiar faces. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Joan. Wow, guys, I am excited. I'm thrilled. I was a little bit nervous. Well, I was a lot nervous. So I went and got Olus a few minutes before we were supposed to go. Well, not a few minutes, like 40 minutes before we were supposed to go live. And Olus started to set everything up, and I got very nervous because I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if we'll be able to make it in time, but we're live. I'm going to stop blabbering and slowly transition to the topic of this live video. By the way, fun fact, I was chatting with Mindy this morning, and Mindy told me that you guys have done your time change today. We do time change here in Ukraine, but I think we do it sometime later in the spring, later in March. I don't know when. I never pay attention to these things. So we haven't done the time change. You guys have done the time change. My friends in Arizona, they don't do time change at all. So it's like so confusing because there's so many different time zones and so many different times. So I first initially set this live stream for 7 p.m. my time, which is, I calculated the time difference between Eastern Standard Time and my time. That was seven hours, but I didn't account the time difference. I didn't take that into consideration. So today I was like, I am clueless what time it is. But we figured it all out, and well, there we are. So thank you everyone for joining me. There's so many of you in the comments. Thank you. I'm just gonna quickly look at the comments. Hi from England. Well, Caroline, hello. Wow, yay, awesome. Love your Pink Fresh class. Thank you, Cindy. It was so fun. It was so fun to do it. I really enjoy teaching live. So my plan is actually to do more live videos. Videos take a very long time, especially I like these, nice and polished videos. They take me a lot of time to do, and sadly, I don't really have all of that time because I do have a full-time job. So in order for me to do more videos, I'm trying to find other ways how I can deliver content, still share my passion for creativity with you, share my cards, share my excitement, but I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't take so much time so that I'm only making one video a week. So maybe I will do lives. Maybe we'll meet every Saturday or every Sunday. I don't know, or like every other Sunday, or like once a month. We will see. We'll see how this goes. So anyhow, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. It means the world to me. Today we are talking about my new collection with Spellbinders called Let's Celebrate. I think this is my 4th or 5th collection. I've lost count, I don't know. But I will say that this is my favorite collection to date. With every new collection, with every new product that I design and that Spellbinders releases, I learn something new, Now that we have better press plates, I like them much better than glimmer plates. And I learned the new ways that we can stretch these products and make them better, make them more versatile for you. So we add things and we come up with new things and new products and new ways to use products. So I'm very excited. I do have another collection. Well, I shouldn't say this, but I will. So the next collection after this one is going to be a Christmas one. I have just submitted inspiration for that collection, and it will probably release in August or maybe September. I'm not sure, but it's going to be fantastic, just as good as this one. Well, at least I hope. Okay, let's go ahead and maybe switch to the overhead camera. Let's see if I can manage this. Okay. Now that I have switched, I also need you to please tell me if you can hear me all right and see me all right. We did test this to make sure that the audio is there. Sorry, my head is getting in the way. I'm trying to lean in closer so I can read the comments. But yeah, let me know in the comments real quick if you can still hear me okay. Hello from Washington State. Yay! We can't wait for Christmas. Yeah, me too. I mean, I love Christmas, and you tell me to design something for Christmas and I will jump right on it. All good. Okay, awesome. So you guys can still hear me. That's fantastic. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to start by showing you my Floral Celebration Better Press plate. Here's a look at this plate. I will say that I have video tutorials, detailed, in-depth video tutorials planned for most of these products during the next few days. So I have a video for this plate. I believe it's going to go live tomorrow. Then I have another video on Wednesday, another video on Friday, and then I'm yet to do one, but I will have it finished for you guys for Sunday, so you can have a detailed video tutorial for each of these products, especially products that require education. Okay, there's a question. Is this collection included in the May class? If you're talking about the Weekender, it is not included in the Weekender. By the way, the Weekender went live today. The Weekender is now available to everybody. If you're not a club member, you can now purchase the Weekender virtual event and kit from Spellbinders. That's a new event, a new thing that Spellbinders is doing. I am a part of that event. I did design a product for that event, but this collection and these products are not included in the Weekender. Weekender has all brand new products. They will release later during the year. I think the die that I designed will release on June 10th. It's just one die. It is not a collection. And then other people, there's BB Cameron, Vicky P, Carissa Wiley. They also design products, and I believe their products are a part of fuller, bigger collections. So those collections will also release later during the year. But everything in the Weekender kit is brand new. It hasn't been released before. It is not a club product. I did see a comment earlier saying that can you use any of my new products if you don't have a Better Press system? While many of my products are Better Press plates, you can use them in glimmer. You can use them to foil with. So if you have glimmer, absolutely you can use that. This plate, this is the Peony background. That looks fantastic when foiled. But once you start playing with this, I'm sure you'll want to add Better Press to your wish list. I do have one die in this collection, and there's a wax seal as well, but we'll get to that. So anyhow, the Floral Celebration plate. This plate is designed to create a beautiful floral background for your card. Now I will say, and I will apologize, I do not have any card examples to show you, and that is because I needed to ship. Sorry, I'm bringing my mouth pad to my in the video frame. I want to see if I can find a card example for you. Okay, let's look at this. So I had to send all of my cards to the Spellbinders office because they were using them. They needed them for the catalog and shows and everything. So I don't have any of the new cards to show you. So I'm just going to show you some images here. Okay, let's go back to this. And I'm just trying to move things out of the way. Sorry guys, like I said, my first rodeo, not very, I am organized, but like this is new, so bear with me. Anyhow, the plate is available separately, but there is also a plate and stencil bundle. So what you can do with this plate, you can press it in Better Press ink. I have done this in black, I've done this in brown, looks beautiful. Then you can either use your coloring mediums like watercolor markers, current brush markers, use those to color. If you're not a coloring person, there is a set of stencils available. So if you want to get the stencils, let me get those out of the way. So there is a bundle where you can get the Better Press plate and the set of stencils. It's very similar to the set that I had in my Christmas collection, if you remember. Then that particular bundle, it had a Better Press plate. Actually, no, I think it was a glimmer plate and 4 stencils. Here we have 6 different stencils, and they will stencil every single image in here. So if you're not into coloring, you can definitely use the stencils to color this in, or just color this in using your watercolor markers. If you do want to use your alcohol markers, like Copics, for example, what I like to do is I like to foil this in matte gold foil on the Simon Says stamp, 130-pound cardstock. It's very thick cardstock, but it's also very smooth cardstock. It's perfect for foiling, but it's also fantastic for Copic coloring. I love it for Copic coloring. So that's what I would do if I wanted to color this with Copics. So if you want the stencils, you can only get the stencils together with the plate. They're not sold separately, or you can just get the plate alone. So that's the Floral Celebration plate. Let me put this away real quick. And a video for this one is coming next week or this week, so stay tuned for that. Now next we have, and this one is my absolute favorite, this is the Peony background. I do have a few backgrounds where I have pressed just recently using this plate. So this is a large Better Press plate, and I call it a reverse plate because you can color your background using this plate. You guys know me, I love to create these dark dramatic backgrounds. I love to have a lot of drama on my cards, and it's not always easy to do that. You can't always use dark cardstock. If you're coloring, then you have to color the background, and it's not the easiest thing to do. Plus it takes a lot of marker ink. So we have this Peony background Better Press plate. The catch with this plate is, of course, it takes a lot of ink. So if you are using your Better Press inks, let me bring mine into the video frame. I finally have all of the Better Press ink colors, and I also have all of the Better Press re-inkers. So if you want to get this plate and play with it, I would suggest you get the re-inkers for your Better Press inks. Or if you have other inks in your stash that you have tried and used for Better Press or would like to try and use for Better Press, you can use those as well. We always say that you can definitely use the, whatever inks you have in your stash. You don't have to use the Better Press inks. The Better Press inks and the cotton panels will give you the best possible results with Better Press, but you can certainly use the products that you already have. That being said, when I was pressing these examples with my Better Press plate, I re-inked my inks to make sure I have that nice, good impression. So here is one. This one has a little bit of an ombre. Now these are not true ink colors because, and you'll see in my tutorial, I don't clean my plate, so there's always residual ink, and ink colors just, not contaminate, they change their colors. I see there is a question, will there be bigger ink pads in the future? So actually, there is a big full-size Better Press, black Better Press ink coming from Spellbinders. It will be available on April 10th, and there will also be a blank large size ink pad available on March 10th. So what you can do is you can either use the blank ink pad to create your own custom ink color blend, like if maybe you want to have an ombre ink pad. If you remember those ombre ink pads from Hero Arts. They were, well, they still are fantastic. So you can kind of do that with the blank ink pad, or you can use the re-inker and create your own large ink pad. At this point, I don't think they are planning to have big ink pads for all of these. They will just give you a clear ink pad. You have re-inkers, so you can make your own for whichever colors you want. Let's say you like the azure and the tiger. You can just grab several of the blank ink pads and make your own ink pad. So here's another example. Here I pressed this one in Cosmic Sky. So you have a nice dark background, and then you have flower outlines and flower details, and you can color those. I do have an image, an example. Let me try and find it here. Sorry guys, I am trying to squeeze my mouse into the video frame. Okay, let's transition this one. Okay, so here I actually foiled, and I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit, but I used this Better Press plate and I foiled it. On that particular example, I foiled it in gold foil, regular gold, so it's super shiny. Here I have an example where I foiled it in matte gold. It is a lot less shiny, and I do prefer the matte gold just because it's a lot more subtle, a lot more beautiful. Hi Jennifer. Jennifer McGuire is joining us in the comments. By the way, Jennifer is going to go live with this collection at 2 p.m. Eastern. I think I got the time right, so be sure to watch her live as well. I will be tuning in for sure and watching you, Jennifer, because I can't wait to see what you will create. So anyhow, this is the positive foiled image with this Better Press plate. Oh, actually, hold on a sec. I am just showing you the card example. Sorry. Here. So this is the foiled image, the image that I foiled with matte gold. On the card example that I showed you just now, that card was foiled with regular gold, so that was super shiny. This one is a lot less shiny. It's matte, so matte gold foil. It's very beautiful, and you know, it's subtle. So here, from here, you can then use your coloring mediums, other coloring mediums, and also color. This was foiled on the Simon Says stamp, 130-pound cardstock, very smooth, and I will probably color this using my Copic markers. That's not all what you can do with this plate. Let me set this aside and bring this. Look at it. Isn't that pretty? So if that looks kind of familiar, so this is the reverse foiling created with a leftover that was that I received using this one. So I know this probably sounds very confusing. Sorry guys. I do have a video that shows this. So that video is coming this week, so stay tuned for that, so you can have 2 for 1. Now with this Better Press plate, if you're not into the dark dramatic backgrounds, here is one where I pressed in black. And by the way, I had to re-ink the black ink pad because it was not giving me that nice black impression. If you're not into black, you can use all the other ink pads. You can create, you know, yellow, pink, you know, orange, whatever color combinations, or just use one color, or create blends, ombre. Sky is the limit. There are several examples on the Spellbinders website on the product page, so you can check those out. And of course, I will show you more examples on my blog and also in my video tutorial. Now, with this Better Press plate, and also as with any Better Press plate, you can do blind embossing. Or blind letterpress. So what is blind letterpress? That's when you take a plate without any ink, take your cotton panel, send it through your machine, and you receive a beautiful pressed image. I'm going to bring this closer so you guys can hopefully see this. So this is creating an impression on the front of the panel, but then the back of the panel is perfectly smooth. So it's not like an embossing folder where you have an embossed and debossed side. This is just one side with beautiful, just amazing texture. So you can do this with all of your Better Press plates, probably even No, I'm not going to say glimmer plates because you can use glimmer in BetterPress. But yeah, you can do blind letterpress with all of your BetterPress plates, not just this one. I particularly like this one because it is just stunning. It will be very hard to photograph, I'm sure, but I just love this. So that is the Peony background BetterPress plate. Now let's talk about the die in this collection. The die is called Peony Celebration. So this die is very similar to all the other floral dies that I have done in the past. I'm going to bring my floral dies here. Let me move the inks out of the way. So if you remember, if you have been following my collections for some time, you know that I always have a floral die in my collection. This time, this is a Peony. I had a Magnolia. Magnolia was my very first one. Then I had Anemone. Then I had a Poinsettia for Christmas. And now we have this beautiful Peony. I do have this card to show you. And on this card, I actually used all of my flowers, well, except for the poinsettia, because we did not need the Christmas flower here. So here, this flower, this is the Peony. This little flower here, that's also a Peony. This one and this, that's a Magnolia. This is a Magnolia, and then this here, that's an Anemone. This is also an Anemone. So I created 3 different flowers. I cut them apart, and I then just created one cluster. So you don't really, it's not like you can't use these products with your older collections. I always want you to be able to use new products with the older products that you have in your stash. So remember, you can combine these flowers. You can cut the flowers apart. Here, I just have this flower. I did not use this, and I did not use this. So I cut it apart, and I layered the different flowers to create one floral arrangement. So this is very cool. And with these dies, so this is a 2-part die. First, you have the actual die that will cut leaves and little buds, and then outline for your flowers. So what you can do with this die, what I like to do, is I like to cut the outline from gold mirror cardstock from Spellbinders, and then I either cut I cut it once more, either from white cardstock. I will use the Simon Says stamp 130 pound if I want to color. So all of these were colored using my Copic markers, or I will cut another layer from colored cardstock, and I will just do light ink blending to add a little bit of shading. There are a lot of examples. You can look at examples for these past flowers as well to see how you can use this one, what colors, how you can use colored cardstock and all that. There's also a beautiful card. I still remember that card by Joan Bardee. Joan did such an amazing job. I think she used my anemones. She die cut the outline from white and then used, I think it was yellow and pink to create a very striking flower for a card. So that's my Peony Celebration die. Let me put this away real quick, and we're going to move to the next product in this release. So next, let's talk about the Celebrate flowers. It's a set of 2 plates, and this is a registration plate. So Spellbinders started to do these new type of BetterPress plates. Spellbinders calls them registration plates, and these come with a special template. Sorry, my template is messy, but I'm that type of crafter. I have everything is messy when I create. So this particular registration plate has 2 layers. You have the Celebrate, and then you have the flowers that go on top of the letters, and they sort of fill the gaps in the letters to add beautiful florals. I do have a video on my channel showing how to use registration plates. there was a registration, a mini collection in February, and I did a video with those products showing how to use them. And I also have a video with this product coming soon. So the main piece to your registration plates is the template. The template will tell you how to align your products. So the template has lines, and they're in different colors. For this particular plate, there are just 2 outlines. So there's a black outline for the Celebrate. So the way you use this plate is you run it through your machine once for layer number 1, then you remove that layer, you add your second layer, ink it up using a different color of ink, run it again, and then you have a colorful background. So here I have some examples. Again, guys, sorry, I don't have the cards with me to show you. They're all at the Spellbinders office. So here, first of all, I use different colors of ink to press the Celebrate. You can see I have 3 different colors. So I pressed that onto the white cotton panel, and then I used the second layer and I pressed that in black. The reason I pressed that in black so that I can color this using my markers, probably current brush markers, watercolor markers, just to add a little bit of color. Here on this example, I just did basically tone on tone. I did use different ink colors, but they're very similar, so there's not much of a difference. I also experimented with, let's see, I'm gonna try and find it if I can. Looks like I cannot. No, I do, I have it here. Okay, I also experimented with doing blind letterpress, and then, so I pressed the Celebrate without any ink. I did have some residual ink on my plate, so you can see that the bottom letters here, they have a little bit of blue. There's like a hint of blue at the bottom, and then I foiled the flowers in matte gold foil, and I also added the happy birthday sentiments in between the letters. So here we have a big gap, and that gap is there for you to add a sentiment if you want, like a skinny strip sentiment. And that skinny strip sentiment actually is part of this collection as well. So you can use your Better Press inks with this registration plate, or you can foil with it, or combine inking with foiling, or combine blind letterpress with foiling. Lots and lots you can do. So this is the Celebrate flowers. This is probably the trickiest Better Press plate in this collection, but once you get the hang of these registration plates, they're very easy to use. Okay, another product in my collection, of course, is a set of sentiments. Now here, it looks like a lot of sentiments. That's because I have 2 sets of sentiments. So I don't want you to think that this is such a huge set. I just have doubles of most of the sentiments. So here we have happy birthday wishes. Again, guys, sorry I don't have examples. They're all on the Spellbinders website. There's Let's Celebrate, and all of these larger scripty sentiments, they come with a coordinating die, so you can cut it out or you can foil it. I do have one here. It's the happy anniversary, so you can kind of get an idea of what this looks, and these look fantastic just over, you know, any background, or these look fantastic. Let me find that plate or that background. So you say you have a pressed, a pressed plate, a pressed design, says Celebrate, and then you just pop your happy anniversary on top, and it looks beautiful. There is a card like that on the Spellbinders website, and I'll also have examples on my blog as well. I'm trying to read the comments. So there is a comment asking, can you put the acetate onto the glimmer machine? So I will say that I have not done this, but on the Spellbinders website, you can find a PDF with the same template. You can print that PDF onto paper. The PDF is actually there in case you happen to lose your acetate template. So you go to the website, you download, you print it, and then you have the same paper template. And the paper template, I am sure you can use that on your glimmer machine. So I hope that is helpful. So back to the sentiments, several scripty sentiments, all with a coordinating die. Happy birthday wishes, let's celebrate, happy Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is coming, and I could not forget about my mom. I wanted to have a special card for her, so that's why I included the Happy Mother's Day. And then there is also happy anniversary. Now we also have the skinny strip sentiments in here, and some of them they're different. You know, they're meant to go with these sentiments. So one says happy birthday to one of the few people whose birthday I can remember without a Facebook reminder. So I have some of these, you know, snarkier comments. So of course you can pair this with a happy birthday. You can put that on the inside of the card, or if that's too snarky for you, you can just skip that. I also have similar, by the way, the font and the size of these is the same as the sentiments in my previous collections. The sentiments in my previous collections were all glimmer sentiments. Now I'm moving forward, I will be doing better press sentiments, because with the better press plates, we can get a much better, much finer detail. You know, you have such level of detail, it's just incredible. Like, just look at these flowers. That is still not possible with the glimmer plates. So moving forward, all sentiments will be better press, but you can still mix and match these sentiments with the sentiments from my previous collections. The font is the same, the size is the same, so you know, mix and match. This one says, congratulations on your well-deserved success. You are an inspiration. Then we have a little one that says, happy Mother's Day, congratulations. One that says, may your Facebook wall be filled with messages from people you never, what is that? I don't remember. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. You never talk to. Sorry guys. Okay, so that's another snarky one. There's happy anniversary, and I think, okay, there's one more. This one's actually my favorite. Thank you for being my rock, my confidant, and my best friend. And I designed this one to go with the Mother's Day because I wanted to have that sentiment for my mother, for a card for my mom. So Jennifer has a question. Have you foiled these press plates, the sentiments, with the detail? I do. I have just, well, I should have had samples for you guys, but yeah, I have foiled them. They look fantastic. And then you can just use, you know, whatever little banner die from your stash. Here is one. So it's not one of the skinny strip sentiments, but here is one. And you can probably, hopefully, see that happy is a lot more detailed compared to a similar foiling with the glimmer half foil plate. So I hope that shows it in detail a little bit. I do have these foil. Well, I usually prefer foil. You know, I am such a fan of glimmer. I'm such a fan of foiling. I always, if I can foil, I will always foil. So while these can be pressed in ink, you will see a lot of examples where I have foiled them on my cards. So that is a look at the Let's Celebrate sentiments. I do have one more product in this collection, and that is a little wax seal. So this one says Let's Celebrate. It's a rectangle seal because I wanted to have a different shape. You know, I didn't want to do a circle. I have done an oval for my Christmas collection, and here I want to try something different, so we have the Let's Celebrate. It looks fantastic done in single or solid color, or you know, you can create a little marbled effect. You can create a little mix and have a mixed wax seal background for your card. So again, I will have examples with this wax seal in the videos that are coming to my YouTube channel and to my blog soon. So that's a look at my collection. I hope you guys are excited. I know I'm super excited. The whole idea behind this collection was to help you create cards that are, you know, easy to put together. I'm going to transition to my actual camera. So the idea for this collection is to help you create cards that are, oh, let me flip this back. I have my what I call it, like trade show jewelry on. Sorry guys, my attention span equals 0. Like, I will go from one subject to another. I sometimes chat with my friends and they're like, girl, you're so random. And I am so random because I'm all over the place. So this collection is, the idea was to give you easy products, products that are easy to use to create beautiful cards, effortless cards. Like this, the Peony background plate. You just ink it up with whatever colors of ink. You can do an ombre, and then you have a beautiful background. You just add a sentiment on top, and you have a beautiful card done. So that's the idea for this collection. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, and I will probably realize what I'm forgetting after this live is over, but I will be sure to include all the other information in my upcoming videos. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm so thankful you guys are here with me today. I really, this is my first live. I've not done this before. I wasn't sure if people will show up or if I'll be here all by myself, just, talking to a camera. Not sure what to do. So thank you. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you spending your Sunday morning with me. I know it's morning for you in the US. It is 6 p.m. here in Ukraine. And for me, this is like lunchtime because I am kind of adjusted to the U.S. time zone, so it's not late for me. Thank you all for your comments. I'm just reading some of them. Joan says, "You are so cute." Random away. Thank you. Roberta says, "I love your press plate." Ruth says, "Beautiful collection." Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Jennifer is asking, when can you join me for a live? I would love to join you for a live anytime. Just, ping me and I'll be there. Thank you. It would be such a pleasure and such an honor to join you. Okay, moving on. Have a great day, everyone. Yes, thank you, Nancy. You too. This live was awesome. Great job. Thank you, Erin. I appreciate it. Yay. Awesome. Wonderful collection. Love it. You did great. Just love everything you make. Yana, I really enjoy your card making. Very talented. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm all hot from all of this chit chat. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to now look for the end broadcast button. And next, I'm going to figure out how to make this live stream available for replay for those of you who have missed it live. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Love you guys, and I hope to do these more often. Bye.